The Reforge Initiative is a group of musicians, local musicians who raise money throughout the year to give scholarships to local high schoolers. And it's anything from someone going into nursing, business. We have the arts, obviously, but then we're looking to maybe establish something for someone going into the trades and, keeping it pretty open-ended. Yeah. So yeah, the gala, it's really our opportunity to bring community leaders together and celebrate Fort Dodge.
So my name is Jennifer Condon. I am native to the Manson area, married to my husband who's native to the Barnum area. So we are homegrown, a couple here. I have worked at Iowa Central Community College for 29 years. This is my 29th spring semester.
What's that component of Fort Dodge that you feel is really worth celebrating, or that piece that really, has sort of anchored you to this region?
Right. So growing up more in Manson and my husband in Barnum, there's that small town vibe, right? Where you feel safe, you feel like everybody. Fort Dodge is just a small town, right? So there is the need for all of us to feel safe, to know our neighbors, to know who's active in our community. And so Fort Dodge, just because it has a few more thousand people, doesn't make it any different in that capacity. It's actually opposite. You have to try to avoid stuff that's going on. If you say there's nothing going on, then you are intentionally not going to things, because you could accidentally walk into live music. I mean, it could be down at Amigos on Wednesday night. I'm also on the Public Art Commission. I don't think I mentioned that. I'm also on the Deerdorf Foundation. And so we support all of those things. Again, go out for dinner, you're going to catch something. Again, you have to try to, I had to intentionally not go to something.
And can you tell us kind of who you are and what your involvement is in the community, what your roles are?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Luke Huggins, as you know, and I'm glad that we've been able to get to know each other a lot, especially lately through the Growth Alliance. And so, I've served on the Growth Alliance board now for several years and currently serve as the president. And that capacity is through my work with McClure Engineering, which is my full-time job. And so, I'm involved in a lot of different community organizations and, also work part-time on the Fort Dodge Fire Department. So, when I'm not working, hanging out with family, and usually what we're doing is chasing live music around.
Are you not working sometimes? Does that time exist?
What do they say? You're not working if you love what you do, something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Lexi is my wife. The two of us, like I said, we chase live music all around town. And so being able to, come up in this community, go to college and then move right back, and then see the culture of live music and arts in general in this community, it rivals many, many other communities that I travel to for work or for pleasure or anything else. I'm just really proud of you guys for having the initiative, the Reforge Initiative.
What is something in Fort Dodge that maybe you think, or maybe in the last year, that you found worth celebrating? Or what is something that you've been really excited about?
Yeah, so generally I like to think big picture, and there's a lot of big things going on, from an economic standpoint and from a cultural standpoint. And so when you can balance these things, like a lot of economic initiatives, just today in the paper they announced Dunham's is coming to the mall, for instance. There's going to be a lot of projects coming to that mall site. There's going to be a lot of projects coming to the ag park and other things, hopefully in the near future, that we're going to continue to work on as a community and a region. But to be able to balance that with the quality of life things, such as the trails, the music, the arts, all these things that we like to enjoy in our free time outside of the work environment, that's what's important to us, and that's what keeps us and people like me coming back to this community. So anything we could do to continue to support it, we're going to. So reflecting on the previous year, there's too many things to sit here and highlight, but I'd say generally I'm very, very optimistic and happy that we choose to make this our home. I moved back here, was able to get my pilot's license, became a volunteer firefighter, got into music, do the engineering thing, do the part-time EMT. Like, in what city are you able to do whatever you want, with the support that this community offers like that? I don't know. But for me,
it's giving Fort Dodge a lot of credit, but your giant brain is probably also credit for
having that opportunity. That's what brought me back, and I've been able to be just as engaged as I'd ever want to be. And so I would encourage anybody else to feel that same way. If you take the opportunity and run with it, you'll make of it what you will.
Awesome. One last question. What is something that you're looking forward to in 2024?
Yeah, hopefully prosperity for our region, and that's going to mean a lot of different things. Hopefully economic prosperity, but I hope to see a lot of new faces, new organizations and new ideas flow through. And so that's going to come from a lot of different organizations, but I think we have the people and the processes in place to do it. And so I look forward to working with you guys, continue to follow you wherever you go and play, and it's going to be a good year.
So welcome to the second annual Reforge Initiative Gala. I know you're pretty new to the community. Can you let us know kind of who you are and what your role is in the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Astra Ferris, and I'm the new CEO for the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance. Been here, I guess, just a little over 4 months, and it's something new surprises me almost every week that I find very warm and inviting and really beautiful here in Fort Dodge. So it's been great so far.
2024, looking ahead, what is one thing that you're looking forward to most, or maybe an initiative that you have going on that you're excited for?
Yeah, so I'm really excited to roll out the Community Concierge program. This is something that will just kind of be tweaked from its former self, right? But in two ways. One, I think it's really important, as we are the economic development driver for the region, I think it's very important for us twofold. If we have a site selector that comes or a company that comes, we really want to put our best foot forward and roll out that red carpet. And I think it's important to know that prepared communities win. And so being prepared to mitigate any risk and really tailor a visit to that company to show them that, this is a wonderful place to start a business, whether you're an entrepreneur or a large business, or even if you're an existing business and you need to expand a line or we need to retain you, there are so many excellent resources, and there's no better time than now to be here in Fort Dodge, I feel. So I think that that's something I'm excited on the site selector business side of the Community Concierge program. But then another portion of the Community Concierge program, I think, is going to be a people side of it, right? So making sure that all people feel welcome here in Fort Dodge. And I think that that's very important, that we speak to all walks of life. And, that's something that I think that, going forward, that objectively that we've been missing a little. So how do we hone in on becoming better at that? I think, listening. There's a lot of people that make up Fort Dodge. So how do we listen to one another and really make this community inclusive to all, whether you're moving here for a new job or you're a kiddo right here in the school system. So, I think that that's important. I'm excited to roll that out, and that's going to start with our business leaders and our community leaders as well. So that'll be exciting. And, if you hear the word delightful Dodge, this also plays into that perspective and what we're trying to push to make sure that everyone feels like they are a part of something greater.
Yeah, I'm Elizabeth Stonick. I am the Executive Director of Linking Families and Communities, and I've been here for 23 years. I'm a area native. Right now we're working on a childcare project to bring additional childcare spaces into Fort Dodge, which are much needed as we have more prosperity and more jobs and things happening in our community. So that's what I'm working on right now.
What are maybe some quality of life components that you think have been beneficial to the community?
I think, as we're trying to build more childcare, I mean, that's part of quality of life. I mean, our trail system is growing. I think being a smaller community, Midwestern and Midwest nice helps because you don't get that everywhere. And so Fort Dodge has been an attractive place for people to kind of find home. Yeah, I think also the work ethic of Midwesterners also plays a part in that too. And so, I think it just makes us unique. I'm excited for our childcare project because I'll be able to announce in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, you heard it here. Is that breaking?
Yeah, that's news breaking.
Yeah. This video probably won't come out for months, but
okay, well that's okay. So, but you heard it here first.
Yeah. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
I've heard that we've got some other industries coming to the area, so that's exciting, as well as the redevelopment of the mall area and making that nice again.